Welcome to Empowering Women, Transforming Lives with Rebecca Hall Gruyter. In our program each week, we provide the tools, ideas, and encouragement to help you move ahead on your journey, becoming a more powerful and impactful woman in your own life. Now here's your host, Rebecca Hall Gruyter.
Welcome, everyone. I hope you're having an amazing day. Honored to be connecting in with you. And this month, we are looking at how do we thrive? How do we really step into our power, step into our purpose, break free from those things that hold us back, and really thrive, not just survive, but thrive in our life? We have an amazing guest today who has gone on an incredibly challenging journey and has learned, discovered how to really break free, how to break the silence and really step into her power. And now she's reaching out and helping others do that as well. So I know you are in for a treat. You're going to love our amazing guest. And I want to make sure we get the most out of our time together today. Because here's what I know. There's a reason, a purpose that you deliberately, purposely, mindfully connected today. That you are led to be in this very moment with us. And I want you to really know that, embrace that, and allow whatever will serve and support you to come through. And in order for that to happen, we have to remember to be open, to take a breath, bring in that air to every cell of your body, all the way to your toes, and then out. I picture breathing out through a straw. So I'm pushing, mindfully pushing air out, which creates room for more. And as you're breathing like that, paying attention to it, it helps you become present. Helps you lower your stress levels, your cortisol levels. It creates room and space for you to be present, to hear. Sometimes we are moving so fast in life that we are thinking about the next thing while we're in the middle of something else and still analyzing the thing that happened just before. And that's really difficult to sort through and truly hear what is here for you and to be in the moment. We can let the to-dos run us. We can let all the things that pull at us be in charge. But here's what I want to share. You're in charge. This is your moment. This is your time. As you breathe, we're just pushing all of those distractions away, claiming this time as yours. And as you do that, I invite you to close your eyes. You're absolutely safe. Keep breathing. And as you do so, put both hands on your heart, taking another mindful breath because it feels so good to bring that air in, claiming this moment as yours. This time, a gift to you. And in this beautiful moment, what is it that you need today? Real time, truly, to support you on your journey. What do you need? What is your heart calling out for? What is pressing upon you? What are you feeling? What is bubbling up? What is it that you need today? Real time. To support you on your journey. And just open, receive that information. Sometimes it's a reminder, a memory, an image, a thought, a knowing. Whatever it is that you need, you're having this clarity, you're identifying what it is you need. Beautiful. Let's take another breath. Come back into the room, beautiful, fully present, and take a moment and write that down, what it is that you need. And I'm going to add willing to receive. See if that shifts anything. What is it that you need and are willing to receive because you have choice? So we're not asking you to figure out how or any of the twos. We're just asking you to identify what it is you need. And my intention today, what is on my heart, is that during our conversation, you are able to move this forward. You get that support. Something clicks, something bubbles up, either in something I share or a guest shares, or as you are participating, engaging in the show, in the conversation, something bubbles up. So be actively, with anticipation, leaning in, looking forward to that thing, that insight, or multiple things that can support you in your need and on your journey, because you're here on purpose, and therefore I know there is something here for you. Be open to receiving it. Wonderful. As we connect in, I'm going to bring in our amazing guest and ask her, Anna, what was laid on your heart when you took a moment to stop, pause, and listen?
He brought me back to the present, and he helped me to focus and to remind my purpose that I have for my journey and for many people.
I love that. Just becoming centered again and taking that moment, that breath, 1 minute, 2 minutes at a time, can really bring us back to our purpose, back to our mission, and encourage us and ground us in that. So I love that. Thank you for sharing. I'm so excited to have you here today. It's been a little while since we've talked, so I'm excited to talk with you and to share with our listeners. And one of the things that really bubbled up within me is the power of choice and being present. How powerful it is, how it can shift our energy in a moment when we just stop, pause, drop in, and become present, observe, listen, discover, and it can strengthen us. It can help our roots go deep. So listeners, we are getting ready to go to our first commercial break. And as we do that, these 2 minutes, as the commercials are playing in the background, updating you with things we want you to be aware of and know, you also have an opportunity to be present, to listen. I encourage you to observe, be still, use these 2 minutes as a gift for you. It's great to have a piece of paper where you can, and a pen, you can just write down anything that pops to your heart and mind so that you're interacting with it. You're helping bring it into reality. So enjoy these 2 minutes, and we will continue our conversation momentarily.
Follow Voice America at Facebook.com/Voice America for juicy updates from your favorite radio shows and podcasts.
Announcing a powerful new TV channel featuring programs designed to enhance and transform your life. Make powerful connections, one program at a time. And by doing so, we can bring transformation to the world. Tune in each week to Empowered Connections TV as we add new programs to help you make empowered connections of your own. Visit empoweredconnectionstv.com. That's empoweredconnectionstv.com. And make the most of an incredible life transformation.
Voice America programs are now available on your favorite connected device, including Amazon, Alexa, and Google Home. Through streams with Apple Podcasts, TuneIn, and iHeartRadio, listening to your favorite show is as easy as saying the show name followed by the word podcast.
Hey, Alexa, play Finding Your Frequency podcast.
If that doesn't work, try adding on TuneIn or on iHeartRadio or on Apple Podcasts.
Rebecca Hall Gruyter's Speaker Talent Search is looking for speakers wanting to get on more stages. With just one audition, you could open the doors to hundreds of speaking opportunities, reach more people, and expand your impact. Finalists get to audition live in front of leaders looking to fill all kinds of speaking opportunities. Apply now at SpeakerTalentSearch.com. That's SpeakerTalentSearch.com. We look forward to hearing your message.
It's your world. Motivate, change, succeed. VoiceAmericaEmpowerment.com.
You're listening to Empowering Women, Transforming Lives with your host, Rebecca Hall Gruyter. If you have a question or comment for Rebecca or her guest, we'd love to hear from you. please call into the program at 1-888-346-9141. That's 1-888-346-9141. You may also send an email to Rebecca at yourpurposedrivenpractice.com. Now back to Empowering Women, Transforming Lives.
Welcome back, everyone. I hope you enjoyed those 2 minutes. That perhaps something bubbled up in you that surprised you, or you observed something new, or you remembered something. I encourage you throughout our time together, keep that paper and pen ready. Be open to receiving a new thought, a surprise, something that encourages you, supports you, strengthens you. So be listening with ears to hear, a heart to receive, and I know you'll get great value out of our time together today. With that, I'm excited to more formally introduce our beautiful guest, Anna Williams. She has broken her silence to tell her story of overcoming domestic violence. And she is sharing that story so that now other women may also be inspired and supported to break free too. Silence no more. She is a professional speaker, an amazing international best-selling author, bilingual inspirational speaker in both English and Spanish, and really taking that stand against domestic violence, bringing awareness and support. She's the founder and owner of the AMA Legacy, LLC, and is passionate, which you will hear, about helping women have the courage, the resources, and the support, and I will add belief in themselves, to leave abuse and abusive situations and make a fresh start. Please lean in. Warmly welcome the powerful, dynamic, and inspiring Anna Williams. Welcome.
Hi. Thank you for being here. Thank you so much. This is Anna Williams, and I am breaking the silence. Thank you for making time to be with us today.
Absolutely. I'm thrilled to have you. I know our listeners are leaning in and excited to learn about this breaking silence and the stand that you've really taken and are continuing to take. So I'm just thrilled to have you joining us. And I wanted to start our conversation with why. Why is it important to you to be speaking out about this? I think sometimes we overcome things and we don't necessarily want to talk about them or want to share out. But you have felt compelled and a calling to step into this space and to really share your story and share this message. Do you mind sharing a little bit about why that's important to you?
Yes, this is very, very important to me because as a woman, I could not leave and not help other women because when I was living my darkest moment, I thought about every woman in the world that was going through this. And I was not just praying for myself, I was praying for everyone. So it is important to help other women, the one that they are in this situation, to help them to come out and to prevent for the next ladies that are coming up, growing up, not to go through for what I went through. It was horrible. So we have to protect all the women.
I love that. I love that even in your darkest moments, you knew it was more than just you and felt that cry in your heart as you're praying for yourself and your situation, but for others as well, to lift up, because we are all connected. And it is important that we remember that even in those darkest moments. So I that just touches my heart deeply, that even in those moments, you had that cry in your heart, that call in your heart, and you continued to follow it and bring it forward and not only step into your fresh start, but to also reach back and help others. And I know one of the ways that you've been doing this is through speaking and through your book. And I'd love to take a moment and have you share a little bit about your book. So can you share the title, what it's about, and what you're hoping it does in the world? And this became an international best-selling book. So it was very well received, very powerful. I know it touched my heart deeply. And Anna, I'd love for you to share.
Hi. So my book, I started to write my book in 2018 with a purpose to bring the message to a lot of women. And the name of the book is I Am Anna, and I Am Breaking the Silence. because I want to identify with you as well, because you are Anna, you are Emily, you are whoever you are. We have to break the silence. So the book, to me, it was like a gift from God to help me to write it. Because when you're writing a book, you know, you're living your life all over again, your emotion. I thought I was crazy. I said, did this man really did this to me? Oh, yes, he did. Mm-hmm. So I wanted to write this book to let you guys know what happens to me can happen to anyone. And I just want to prevent. I mean, this is the reason why I wrote this book. I want to reach so many women. And the only way that I could have done this is by writing a book with somebody. Somebody's going to share this book. Somebody's going to tell somebody. And it's going to help, because I have so many people who have called me, who have texted me, who have said so many beautiful things about my book. And I'm so thankful for me sharing this book. It was a purpose to help all the women to come out of their lifestyle that you were not supposed to be hurt when you are married.
Exactly. And in this book, I know you share your journey pretty transparently. You also share how you eventually got out and some of what that took, and some resources that can also help, as well as some things to watch out for, be aware of in relationships, kind of red flags. So there's so much in this book to really support all of us. And it also is this really authentic, open sharing of your journey and your story, the shiny moments, the less shiny moments, and the tries, because there took some tries and efforts to be able to finally break free and have that mindset too. And I'm curious if you could just touch on that a little bit today. And I know you share some of this in the book as well, but when you were in this journey and you found yourself in some of these dark places, and you had some help and opportunities to leave initially and didn't necessarily take them, or kind of went back, do you mind sharing a little bit of what you found in that and found had to shift within you to really embrace that stepping into a new place?
Well, it was very hard because, I was in a celebrity family. Mm-hmm. So I was protecting the celebrity family, because when I first called 911, I was all over the news, national, and it was kind of very, very hard for me.
Yeah.
But you have to really have a mindset, and you have to have a plan. The first time I escaped, called the police. They put me in a shelter and everything, and I didn't have a plan. So it's very important for you to have a plan, for you to have a mindset, for you to know that you're so strong and you're so powerful. We are women. We can give birth. We can go through anything. But you have to believe. You have to know that, yes, you can. If Anna did it, we have broken English. And with this situation that was really, really horrible, that I can't even describe it to you right now, you can do it. You have to have a plan so you will never go back. So when I went back, it got worse. But I came back with a plan. And when I got my plan, I was able to never come back. I even told my kids, look at the gate. Say, why, Mom? Because you're never coming back. Say, thank you. So it was very hard.
Yeah.
So when a woman set her mind to it, yes, she can. So I encourage you to have a plan before you decide anything.
Beautiful. Thank you for sharing. I so appreciate that. And I honor your willingness to be so transparent and authentic in both your book and on our show today. And you're always that way. And I don't take that lightly. I appreciate it. And it's a gift to all of us. And I love these reminders that we are far stronger than we know. But a critical step to success in leaving that situation and moving into a new one, and I think this goes for anything in life, anywhere in life, is have that plan. And then implement, takes the steps, but have a plan. Because otherwise, it's so easy to fall back because we don't know the next step. but the plan will help you. So I love that. Thank you so much for sharing. Now, would you mind sharing for anyone who's interested and they want to read and learn a little bit more about you? Do you mind giving, I know that your book is available on Amazon and most online stores. Do you mind sharing the full title of the book again? And I'd love for you to describe the cover so we know what we're looking for. And it's a very dramatic cover. So I'd love to have that visual too.
Yes, the book is, again, I am Anna with one N, A-N-A, and I am breaking the silence. And my name is Anna Williams. The book is in Target, Walmart, Barnes & Noble. It's in every library possible that you can think of. It became #1 bestseller in 12 hours in Amazon. And you're going to see a picture. You're going to see my face. The picture has 2 colors. The first one is from the right to the left, which is the dark, from my darkest moment. And the other half of my face is the color where I am living and I am alive and I'm just enjoying my triumph. I am enjoying that I was able to escape and continue to live for my family, my kids, and to help other women that are going to, and to prevent for the new ladies that are coming up to know and to stand up for themselves and say no to domestic violence. They don't. I speak with girls at the gym. I talk to girls, and they love me. And I be bringing the book at the gym, and they be buying my book from me. And I'm like, and they be like, thank you, I love it. You saved my life. Oh my God! So it's just a beautiful book because it's a genuine, it's a true story, and it will help you to see the tips that you need to know to prevent this to happen to your daughter, to your neighbor, to your niece, to yourself. So I want to thank you for the opportunity to promote my book in this moment. I appreciate you.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. So I love that. I am Anna and I'm breaking the silence. And that front cover, it's so dramatic. You're right. So there's kind of that gray scale on one side and it's a diagonal kind of line down the center, a diagonal line. And on the other, you're in full color and vibrancy. And I just feel like it so powerfully illustrates your story and your journey. And so it can be found on Amazon, all major outlets that you can find this powerful book. And I really encourage you to lean in and get a copy. I think it's important as women that we learn from each other and empower each other on our journey, as well as be aware of these tips and things to be watching for. So when we come back, I'm going to have Anna share some of those things with us so we are on the lookout and really protecting and advocating ourselves and each other, our sisters, our daughters, our neighbors, etc. Like we are a community, and together we can really support, encourage, and empower one another. So take these next 2 minutes during our commercial break and really think about some of what Anna has shared in that truth that you are powerful, you are strong, you can do so many things. You are so capable when you put your mind to it, far stronger than you know. And it's so key to have that plan to get from where you are to where you want to go. Enjoy these 2 minutes and we'll continue our conversation shortly.
Birdie told me Voice America is on Twitter. Follow us at Voice America TRN.
Rebecca Hall Gruyter's Speaker Talent Search is looking for speakers wanting to get on more stages. With just one audition, you could open the doors to hundreds of speaking opportunities, reach more people, and expand your impact. Finalists get to audition live in front of leaders looking to fill all kinds of speaking opportunities. Apply now at SpeakerTalentSearch.com. That's SpeakerTalentSearch.com. We look forward to hearing your message.
Voice America programs are now available on your favorite connected device, including Amazon, Alexa, and Google Home. Through streams with Apple Podcasts, TuneIn, and iHeartRadio, listening to your favorite show is as easy as saying the show name followed by the word podcast.
Hey, Alexa, play Finding Your Frequency podcast.
If that doesn't work, try adding on TuneIn or on iHeartRadio or on Apple Podcasts.
Announcing a powerful new TV channel featuring programs designed to enhance and transform your life. Make powerful connections, one program at a time. And by doing so, we can bring transformation to the world. Tune in each week to Empowered Connections TV as we add new programs to help you make empowered connections of your own. Visit empoweredconnectionstv.com. That's empoweredconnectionstv.com. And make the most of an incredible life transformation.
It's your world. Motivate, change, succeed. VoiceAmericaEmpowerment.com.
You're listening to Empowering Women, Transforming Lives with your host, Rebecca Hall Gruyter. If you have a question or comment for Rebecca or her guest, we'd love to hear from you. Please call into the program at 1-888-346-9141. That's 1-888-346-9141. You may also send an email to Rebecca at yourpurposedrivenpractice.com. Now back to Empowering Women, Transforming Lives.
Welcome back, everyone. I hope you enjoyed those 2 minutes. I hope you deeply drank in how powerful you are. You could just feel that to the very core. And I think sometimes in these hard, stretchy, challenging times, when things are stripped away, is when we get to discover how strong we are. And I know in those moments, I was talking about this last week, but it comes to my heart again, that it's in those moments, not when everything's flowing beautifully and easily. It's in those hard times when we think we don't have more, and we release all that fear, and we get curious and see and discover we actually do have a little bit more. We are stronger than we know. And I want to invite you to know that, embrace it, and be curious and courageous enough to look and discover, what else is in me? Do I have a little bit more? I don't want to give up. I want to keep going. And take that breath and be curious and lean in and know that you are supported, because you are courageous, you are strong, and you're absolutely needed in the world. And as we come back, I want to take a few moments and have Anna share any tips or advice she has around really knowing how strong we are, knowing the support that's out there, because we are not alone, knowing that, so that we really have that deeply ingrained in us and rooted within us. And then we're going to look at some of those things to be watching out for and aware of, but let's be reminded of our strength and how to really tap into our core and the support that is out there and available. So Anna, I'd love for you to share, how can we further tap into our strength? What sort of resources and support are out there to come alongside us?
Well, we have, we have the hotline. Mm-hmm. That's the name of the website, the hotline, to help if anybody need any help. We have 1-800-799-7233. And we also have a text number, which is 88788. So keep those numbers with you. Keep it in your cell phone. Keep it saved any other name. Don't put domestic violence. Just put somebody else's name so you will know this is for you to get some help if you need it. But my advice for you is to be mentally strong, that you have to know, that you need to know that if you was in a relationship not because you were choose to be, it was not you, it was never your fault, and never was, and it never will be. But your mind, you have to have a constantly talk to yourself. I got this, I can do this, I'm strong, I'm powerful, I can do everything to Christ who strengthens me. You always have to stand up. You always have to remember. But you have to be very wise and very humble, because with the abuser, you cannot fight back so you don't get hurt. Even though when we don't fight back, they're still going to hurt us. So you have to be very intelligent, and you have to be aware of your enemy. You have to know how he thinks so you can outthink him, because they think they're smarter and they're stronger, but they are not. We are powerful and we are so strong, but we need to put that in our mind. You need to know that you're very strong mindful. You got this. There is no way possible I could be here talking to you when I had a shotgun in my head and I'm here alive because I believe that I was going to be able to escape because I was very strong-minded. So your mind take a big place. So start putting that in your mind. I am strong. And you have to look at yourself in the mirror and do not cry, even though we cry. But when you see yourself, tell yourself that you're beautiful, that you love yourself, and that you know that you are a warrior and you're coming and you're going to come out stronger than ever.
I love that. Thank you for sharing, looking into the mirror, into your eyes, and embracing those truths that you are a warrior, you are beautiful, you are strong, and you are coming out of this. I love that. And smart and capable and making a plan. So I love that. Thank you so much for sharing and for that encouragement and advice for any of us. Wherever we are in our journey, it's so important to remember these truths, whether you're in a domestic violence sort of situation or you're in a different kind of situation, that you are a warrior, that you will get out of this, that you are far stronger than you know and can rise up again. So important. Now, I also know one of the things that you teach about and you talk about in your speaking and in your writing are about kind of warning signs, things to be aware of, indicators, red flags of things that we want to watch out for, that things could be turning for the worse, because it doesn't usually happen all at once. There are these, it's like a slope that kind of trigger, and it happens and we kind of just keep going. So what are some of the things that we should be on the alert for, the lookout for ourselves and for others that we are wanting to support and care for as well?
Yes. The first signs is perhaps you going somewhere and your partner is calling you very constantly. They want to know where you are. They want to know what you're doing. And perhaps I went to see my mom. I used to live 20 minutes away from my mom. And I went to visit my mom. The minute I'm putting my foot inside my mom's house, that phone is ringing at her house because he was in a mission to control every step I was making. I thought it was cute. I thought, he loved me. Absolutely not. It's a control that they have. So you have to be very careful when they isolate you from your friends, from work, from your family. They don't want to. They just going to talk bad about your friends and your family. They call them losers. They're stupid, or all those things that you can imagine. So they can keep you with them. And they're not there for you. I'm here for you to love you and protect you. Don't worry. I got you. You don't need nobody. So all those words that you have to be very careful. And, the phone calls all the time. And wherever you go, who told you can go? You're not going nowhere. So it's very important to think twice when you meet a man, and perhaps you go to a restaurant as well, and the man didn't like what they served, so he snapped at the waiter, and you can see that person has anger issues. You have to find out. You have to know if the person is yelling or is moody. In one moment he's happy, and the next 2 or 3 hours he's in a different mood. That's not normal, because when they're frustrated, they get angry at you and they hit you, they punch you, and they say, oh, no, it's okay. I would never do it again. That is not true. The first time they put their hands on you, it will never stop. So please remember to love yourself. That this is not what you're supposed to be in this life, to be hurt by no one.
Beautiful. And I'm just letting some of those things sink in as we think about it, what to be aware of. And I think that's an interesting thing to consider. Are they snapping at other people, or the mood switch so dramatically? The following you or tracking you in a sense to such an extent that they're checking up on you and seem to want to know where you are every minute. And it can seem like caring and loving, and they're really concerned, but there's a line at some point that gets crossed to an extreme, and then that isolating, separating off, whether it's you don't need those people in your life. I can be everything to you, or anything along those lines. That these are just things to pay attention to, be aware of, and notice the patterns. And then that striking out that one time that is what happened, and to not be in denial about that, really bring awareness to that and stand up for yourself, that you can really step forward in a powerful way, that relationships are not designed to hurt us in those ways. So I really appreciate you taking a moment to bring attention to these really important issues, to really have the courage to share your story, your messages, to provide those great resources for people that some of this is maybe hitting a chord, and they're wanting for some support. Do you mind giving those numbers again? And I really loved your tip about saving them in your phone, because you never know. It may be for someone you know or cross a path. And saving it in your phone, not under domestic violence, but some other name or word, to be able to share that in that moment when and if that person crosses your path. So can you give those numbers again?
Yes. The website is very easy, thehotline.org.
The hotline. I'm just repeating as well. I want to make sure I get it right. I'm sorry, Anna. I didn't mean to interrupt.
No. The hotline. Like hotline, the hot THEHOTLINE.org.
Perfect. The hotline.org. Perfect.
1-800 799 7233. And there is a text as well. It's 88788. And also, you can find a friend on 88788.
Perfect. Thank you.
And if you have a friend or a family and you are in a situation, it's okay to speak up. It's okay to break the silence. You have to live. It's your life or it's their life. So you have to remember what's going on in this moment. How many women the next day we see that they got killed or they got, assault, and nobody's talking about it. It is okay to talk. It is okay not to be hurt. You need to find somebody that you can trust. Please do not doubt, do not worry what people will think. What really does matter is saving your life and your kids' life if you have kids as well.
Thank you. Do you have a final tip or piece of advice of what helped you go from feeling like this is life, it can't be better? What helped you shift to knowing, no, I am a warrior. I am going to break the silence. I'm going to step forward. What helped you do that? And what advice would you give our listeners to be able to do that in their life, whatever it may be, whether it's a domestic violence situation, some other type of situation they need to move or step forward in? How did you do that? And how can they?
Well, I trust the Lord. I pray day and night. Pray like you have this is the darkest moment where you think, where is God? Who wants to pray when you're going through this? Who wants to? Nobody believes in God when you're being beat down, you're being told and telling who you are and who you're not. And that's what the enemy wants me to believe, but I know that I was going through this situation that I went through because I had a purpose. So I believe that I was in a war, and I was in boot camp, and I was being trained, and I had to fight with all my life, with everything that I have left, because my identity, everything was taken from me. My life was taken. I had to start from zero. But when you have the set mind that you're in boot camp and you have to fight because you have kids, you have no choice but to be strong. And that's the only way, is to get in your knees and pray. And that prayer will be answered because God has a purpose, because I went through that and He knew I was going to survive to help other women. Because when you go to a war and the soldiers are fighting in that war, they don't leave their friends behind. There's other soldiers, they go back and get them and grab them and take them however they can. And that's what it was in my mind. And that's what is still in my mind. So that was my purpose, my strength.
Beautiful. Thank you for sharing. I love that you got on your knees, you prayed, and you knew that you were in boot camp and you were training in a war, and that you would break free, and that you would also be helping others, and that you really tapped into that truth and that core. And I honor that. I celebrate that. I'm so thankful that you were protected and God really brought you forward, and that you are, and anyone who meets you, sees you, you're online quite a bit, you're vibrant and passionate and really taking this beautiful stand for yourself and for others. And it's an inspiration. So thank you for being you. Thank you for the work that you do. And we are getting ready to go to our next commercial break. When we come back, we're going to let you know how to connect in, go deeper, but enjoy these next 2 minutes to really take in what Anna has shared, to remind yourself of the beautiful, powerful warrior that you are. And we'll look forward to continuing our conversation in just 2 minutes.
Voice America is on your favorite smart speaker. If you have Alexa or Google Home, go ahead and give us a try.
Hey Alexa, play Finding Your Frequency podcast on TuneIn.
Announcing a powerful new TV channel featuring programs designed to enhance and transform your life. Make powerful connections, one program at a time. And by doing so, we can bring transformation to the world. Tune in each week to Empowered Connections TV as we add new programs to help you make empowered connections of your own. Visit empoweredconnectionstv.com. That's empoweredconnectionstv.com. And make the most of an incredible life transformation.
You need to live up to your full potential. You've heard that for years, but now there's a channel to help you get there. Introducing the Voice America Empowerment Channel. Our listeners have told us that they want to be motivated, hear about success stories, and positive encouragement around the clock. And we've responded to you. The Voice America Empowerment Channel is the home of the world's top life coaches, entrepreneurs, and success experts. Listen to the Voice America Empowerment Channel. It's here at voiceamericaempowerment.com.
Rebecca Hall Gruyter's Speaker Talent Search is looking for speakers wanting to get on more stages. With just one audition, you could open the doors to hundreds of speaking opportunities, reach more people, and expand your impact. Finalists get to audition live in front of leaders looking to fill all kinds of speaking opportunities. Apply now at SpeakerTalentSearch.com. That's SpeakerTalentSearch.com. We look forward to hearing your message.
Find out what makes the most successful people tick. Keep listening to the Voice America Empowerment Channel. VoiceAmericaEmpowerment.com.
You're listening to Empowering Women, Transforming Lives with your host, Rebecca Hall Gruyter. If you have a question or comment for Rebecca or her guest, we'd love to hear from you. Please call into the program at 1-888-346-9141. That's 1-888-346-9141. You may also send an email to Rebecca at yourpurposedrivenpractice.com. Now back to Empowering Women, Transforming Lives.
Welcome back, everyone. I hope you enjoyed those 2 minutes. I want to encourage you to take a moment and look back at your notes. See what you wrote down at the very beginning of our conversation. What was laid on your heart that you need to support and encourage you? What was laid on your heart? And then as we continued our conversation and Anna shared what were things that bubbled up within you, things to be aware of, maybe resources that you have written down or you've considered adding her book to your library. I want you to think about, ask the question, what is it that you will do? Think about, process, a step you will take as a result of our time together today. I'm going to encourage you to take some moments at the end of the show for you. Don't just rush off back into the day. Choose how you're going to step forward in the day. really think about, feel into, give yourself the gift of those 2 to 5 minutes to center yourself in your truth, to integrate, breathe in deeply what has served, so that as you step forward, you're doing so by choice. You're in charge of the day, not it in charge of you. And you're choosing those steps on purpose and with purpose. And I have found that is a key to living in a purposeful way, is remembering to how we're showing up, giving ourselves time to connect with our purpose and our truth, and even in our dark moments doing that, as Anna was sharing. I wanted to have Anna share her contact information, and I'm doing this very purposely because if you are resonating with Anna, you want to connect deeper, you want to learn more about her book or some of the speaking that she does, or just connect in more with her, I want you to be able to do that. So with that, Anna, can you share your book title one more time?
Yes. The name of the book, again, is I Am Anna, and I Am Breaking the Silence, with one N, A-N-A. And my name is Anna Williams, and the book is in so many libraries, but it's only online. We had the book in Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Book A Million, Target, Walmart, you name it. It's everywhere.
Beautiful.
And I have a website that you can buy my book to. The website, too, is amalegacy.org.
Perfect. And that is amalegacy.org. Is that correct?
AMA, yes.
Yep.
A as in Apple, M as in Mary, A as in Apple.
Perfect. I just want to make sure they can find you for sure. So amalegacy.org is perfect, that they can connect, go deeper, also get a copy of your book, which is beautiful. And then do you have a final parting word or thought, something that you want to share with our listeners today to encourage and empower them on their journey?
Yes, I just want to encourage you to start breaking the silence. This is a movement that is taking place right now, and it starts with you. And I don't want you to be afraid or scared, because you will be free. You're going to be born again. I feel like I was born again. I feel like is this me? I ask myself sometimes, oh my God, is this me? I don't recognize myself anymore because I was born again. So it's very important for you to break the silence. If you see your neighbor, if you see anybody, don't worry, call 911. It's okay to call 911. You don't have to be worried, because you have to be very careful when you call 911 too. Don't let them know, but the neighbor can do it if you see somebody. But if you can find somebody that you can trust, your best friend, your best auntie, maybe you don't want to tell your parents because you don't want them to suffer. I get that, because I know I lived that before. But if you find a friend, that would be amazing, because you really have to remember that you are here with a purpose. You're not here for nobody to take your life and make you feel any kind of way, because you are superwoman. You are beautiful. You're gorgeous. You're intelligent. You are powerful. And you are here to encourage other women as well, like I'm doing it now. So please, stand up. Even if you stand alone, break the silence.
Beautiful. Thank you for sharing. I appreciate that, and have that plan so that you know those next steps and can take those next step. But that important reminder that you're not on your own, and to really reach out and get that support. So thank you again, Anna, for joining us today, for sharing on this important subject. Again, I honor your journey, and I celebrate your courage and your willingness to reach out and help so many. And these important reminders that we are beautiful, we are powerful, that we are warriors, and we can forget that. So I love that you're reminding us that, and that we are not alone. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
And listeners, I want to thank you for leaning in and joining us today, and really take this to heart, whether you're in this sort of a situation or not. It's so important that we advocate for each other, that we look out for one another, and we remember that we're not alone. So I encourage you, take the numbers down that we shared with you and really keep those in case you see something or you're able to break the silence and help another. And I want to encourage you that even whether you're in a domestic violence situation or not, we can sometimes hold ourselves back and tell ourselves things that are not true. We can think we're not good enough, we're not strong enough, we're not valuable, we're not worthy, we're not lovable. And I want you to know those are lies. They are not the truth. You are each truly, beautifully, and wonderfully made, precious, valuable, a treasure. And it's so important that we start to see that for ourselves, that we really look in the mirror. I love that exercise that Anna suggested, that we look in the mirror and we make that eye contact. And it's okay if you cry too, but don't stop there. Look in your eyes. Mm-hmm. And tell yourself that you are beautiful, that you are valuable, that you are worthy, that you are capable, you are strong, you are a warrior, and you are not alone. And allow that support to come in and let it come from you too. Be willing to take those courageous steps to bring forward that which you want to bring forward in your life. Take those steps. Have that courage. And many times you hear me close the shows sharing that you are a gift. And I do that because we need to know that, and we forget that. You are a gift. And the biggest gift you can give the world is being willing to share more of you. So I encourage you today, find a way, do the mirror exercise, and find a way to share a little bit more of you. That's the biggest gift you can give the world. And when we each are willing to share, willing to shine, it's like we're lighting our candle. And that creates light in the darkness. And it's a light that can spread heart by heart, life by life, candle by candle, and we can light up the world in a beautiful and powerful way. So do that today. Light your candle. Be willing to shine it. Be willing to share it out, because you are absolutely needed, a beautiful gift in the world. And I want to encourage you to bloom where you're planted and shine your light out. Have a great week, everyone, and we'll talk to you next time.
Thank you for joining us this week for Empowering Women, Transforming Lives. Please tune in again for another edition with your host, Rebecca Hall-Gruyter.
Next Thursday at 1 p.m. Eastern Time, 10 a.m. Pacific on the Voice America Empowerment Channel, with a replay on Sunday at 4 p.m. Eastern and 1 p.m. Pacific on the Voice America Variety Channel.
Have a beautiful week, and may you always bloom where you're planted and shine.